I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. So if you are watching on Facebook, make sure to like my page. And at the end of this video, you can hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified again when I go live. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, make sure to click subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified when we do more lives like this and upload them to our YouTube page. Yay! All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to be making an autism awareness wreath. So April is Autism Awareness Month, and I just thought I'd go ahead and do one of these wreaths to give inspiration. And then I could donate when I sell it to autism, to a charity to support autism awareness. I didn't know what to call it. Awareness. All right, so the sign is from Veronica at Queen V Designs. I love this. It's really, really cute. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. Oh my goodness, you can hardly see my table, but I think you can get the gist. I'll scroll in just a little bit. So you can see this is the sign. She did a really cute job, don't you think? I love this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and attach some things, some stuff to it to get started. I want to go ahead and get these on here so that it will be cooling off and solid and secure when I go ahead and attach it to the wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and add one to the top and the bottom, and these are my zip tie little thingamabobs. You put your, oh, I forgot to put glue on there. Oh, can I get it off? Can I get it off? That's not coming off. So I came in one day last week, and I had left my glue gun on for like 4 days straight. Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever done that? Let's see if this is really on there. If it's on secure, I'm not going to worry about it. Just looking for a flathead screwdriver. It's on there. It's on there. I usually like to hot glue stuff on first. The hot glue them on. And don't do what I do by putting it on your table. You want to put it on a mat. I mean a cloth so it doesn't get scratched. All right, so once these are drying, I'm going to put that. Actually, let's go ahead and attach it since it's pretty dry and I didn't put glue on one. I'm going to go ahead and use pipe cleaners for this. So I like these little zip tie holders because, you know, I don't have to staple through a really thin sign. And then I'm just going to feed the pipe cleaner through them and attach it onto the wreath. This will be the tricky part. Attaching the sign is always the hardest part. And it's not really hard, it's just trying to maneuver it. Told you this would be the tricky part because you just have to feed it in to the grapevine and then it tends to get lost. You have to coax it out. Your wreath, my wreath is painted. I got it from Carolina Pottery. It does not have to be a painted wreath. You could put it on a plain grapevine wreath and be fine. You could put it on a straw wreath if you wanted. All right, I'm just going to leave those on there for now, and we're going to go ahead and make the bow. So I love this ribbon. Okay, I've got this ribbon and this ribbon from the Wreath shop. I love how this matches the sign, don't y'all? And then I love how these colors match those colors. So I'm going to go ahead and make the bow. I'm going to do my funky bow. I just like that look. It's just, to me, makes a really pretty bow. And it doesn't have to be, you know, it's not hard. I'm going to go ahead and measure these out 10 inches. Let me just make sure I want 10 and not 12. So there's the 10. So we've got one loop done. I'm going to go ahead and do another one of these. I may just do 3 of these. Just doing 2. Well, we'll see. I might do another one. I really have no rhyme or reason for anything that I do ever. I just kind of wing it. I'm not especially loving this white polka dot. It'll be fine. Alright, so I got I don't know where I got this polka dot ribbon. I think I got it at Carolina Pottery. And I got this one at wholesale, this large yellow. I love the vibrant yellow on this one. And I think I'm going to add one more of these, the autistic puzzle piece ribbon. This is really thick ribbon. This is really, really pretty. I could use a top out of this one. Wouldn't that be pretty in a blouse? I think that's really pretty. I think that's good. And secure it with florist wire that I already pulled out. Don't obsess too much over your ribbon and your bows, for real. I'm just curling mine underneath instead of the dovetail. Somebody asked me, how do you know when to do it, and when do you do which one? Whatever floats your boat, ladies. Whatever floats your boat. If you want to dovetail that day, dovetail. If you don't, then don't. There's nothing wrong or right, and there's no rule. Right, so we're going to do the bow opposite of the sign for balance. And this is what we have right now. Where's the camera? Okay, and so I'm just going to move things around a little bit. This is when I usually like to fluff the bow and just position the streamers so that they are spread out. Don't be afraid to manhandle this bow. Move the little streamers around so that you can spread the colors out. It's a little bit big. We can trim it later if we need to. All right, so the next thing I want to add in are some greenery. I thought about adding some little deco mesh things to it too, little poofs of deco mesh, and I still might do that. But right now we're going to add the greenery. I got this from Carolina Pottery. Just reposition things. Make sure you can see. You don't care to see my face. You just want to see the goods. So I'm just going to start hot gluing the greenery around the bow. Now I do not go up underneath the bow. It's about 3 inches out from under the bow. got a lot of winds today. The weather has just been crazy. So I think I'm going to put one leaf up here. Oops, one leaf right there. So you just to maneuver it around an eyeball. So if I put one over there on one side, I'm going to put one on the other. So the question is, did I paint this wreath or did it come this way? It definitely came this way. You can paint it if you want. You just have to make sure you turn it all different ways. It does take a little bit of a time to do it, but it definitely can get done. I think I'm going to put these to the side for now. I will use them, but not right now. I want to add in some of these flowers. Let's see. I think I want to add these that came from Hobby Lobby. So these came from Hobby Lobby, and these just red, they're just red filler flowers. Let me see if I want to add these first. I think I do want to add these. These are just little tufts of deco mesh, the 12-inch or the 10-inch, and then I divided it. That lightens up the bow just a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put some of these red flowers in. Whoops. I love it when everybody is answering each other's questions. It's awesome. Don't worry, I'll clean up around the sign in just a little bit. So I'm keeping the flowers pretty long so that they, number one, can get seen from the bow. I have to hold it up. Probably do one more. I think I'm going to do one right here. So we've got all of the, we've got some flowers added in around the bow. I'm just going to add a little bit of these white and yellow flowers. I have no idea where I got these. Probably Hobby Lobby. I think these are Hobby Lobby. Don't be afraid to mix up, you know, deco mesh with ribbon and silk flowers. All right, so we've got, that's what we've got so far. But I'm going to show you how to clean it up just a little bit. All right, so we've got a couple more of these flowers. I'm just going to trim them pretty short and put them inside the bow loops. to fill in around inside the bow. If you hot glue them to the ribbon, make sure they get sandwiched in between the ribbon, they'll be okay. They'll stay in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just trim some of these ribbons around the sign. So we've got this so far. I think it's kind of cute. And I've got this that I don't want to forget about. All right. So now it's time for some finishing touches. Let's see if we can do some of this stuff and not, it's already pretty full. Alright, so we're just going to hot glue some of these longer pieces in. So when you can find long pieces like this, at your floral supply place or your craft store, I love that you just add them in on one of the sides and it just starts to drape down just a little bit. You see what I mean? So it's starting to drape down just a tad. Brings your eye downward. This will also give your wreath some movement on the door, and I'm getting tangled up in the glue. Okay. Do you see how your eye will just go, there's all these, don't worry about the glue strings. I try not to, but But you see how this goes, the greenery just goes downward? So now I'm going to add a little bit more around it. So that it blends. Just a couple more of these pieces and then we'll probably be done. I got the sign from Veronica at Queen V Designs. This is the 10-inch and she makes a 12-inch too. Right. Somewhere I had some burn. I have one more piece of burn left right there. Let's see where I'm going to put it. Alright, so let me see if I can show you what we have. So you can see that these just trail down, the greenery just trails down. If I had some more white flowers, that would be pretty, trailing down a little bit more. I do have these red ones. One more piece. There. So I just added that red just to bring my eye downward a little bit. So here it is. You don't have to put the deco mesh if you don't want to. If you have any pieces sticking out of the back, which I have a couple, just cut them. I'll link the Veronica's Facebook page on here when we get done. I forgot to grab it before we started. All right, I think that's it. You guys, thank you so much for joining me again. I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths. I had so much fun doing this for you. I hope that you learned something. Let me know what you're interested in seeing. I just want you to know that you're a blessing to me, and I hope I'm a blessing to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.